Welcome back. And with me from Cape Town now is Shaffie Mowzer. He is the CEO of Command Holdings, the only really listed security company on the JSE at the moment. Shaffie, have you seen much of an impact so far in terms of demand for security services with these blackouts that we've been seeing across the country?
Most definitely we have seen an increase in the past few weeks, particularly for access control and where the electronics at the various client sites go down for a 2 to 3 hour period.
Shaffie,
to minimize the risk, we've been forced to place physical security officers to take care.
Shaffie, what sort of problems does it pose for a security company when there are unscheduled and seemingly often random blackouts across the country?
It's quite a nightmare to deal with. Clients, when they phone, they require a security officer deployed immediately. It poses the problem of having staff available to react quickly. And of course, the security officer needs to familiarize himself where he's basically replacing the technology that is now no longer in operation due to the power outage.
There have been some concerns raised about the double-edged sword of warning people when there are going to be blackouts in the area. Clearly, customers from Eskom's side want to know when they're not going to be with power, but that's clearly an opportunity for criminals as well, because they also know when things like security alarms and electrified fences are off.
Well, we try to advise clients to exercise caution, but because the unpredictability of the outages, it becomes fairly difficult. And we are trying to alert clients in terms of the Eskom schedule, but unfortunately the schedule is not being adhered to at the moment.
What sort of prospects does this leave for Command Group, given that you've had a bit of a rough time of things since listing in 2000? Seems as though you've turned a corner now, but looking forward to 2008, clearly this possibly provides some opportunity for you.
Yeah, I think in terms of our specialities, physical guarding, in terms of security officers, and I see a huge opportunity now because with the outages set to continue for the next 5 to 10 years, I think unless clients install generators, the physical security officer will have to take care of their needs.
And just generally speaking, if we look at where the Command Holdings Group is placed now, you've had a cash injection from the Cape Empowerment Trust. What sort of synergies are you hoping to extract from that partnership?
Well, Cape Empowerment Trust, we really welcome them as an investor and as a partner in our business. And they have security interests. And I think in the medium term, we are looking at consolidating those interests within the group.
How would that work? Would that, or is that yet to be finalized? But would we see possibly another deal for shares or for cash for those assets?
Possible, but more than likely, I think their interests will be consolidated. They do have interest in Alexandria amongst others, and I think they would like to house all their security interests within Command Holdings.
The number of employees that Command has in terms of security guards particularly increased considerably. It's up at around 5,000. Now, what are the plans to expand that in 2008? Clearly, if we're going to see a bigger demand for particularly personal guarding.
No, I think we are looking at 6,000 to 7,000 within the next 12 to 18 months.
And where would those people be sourced from?
At the moment, we are accredited, and we are training people on a daily basis around the country, and we will continue doing so and creating opportunities for people to enter the security industry.
You talk about
especially matriculants.
Shaffie, you talk about when in the annual report about unlocking sort of other synergies from the Cape Empowerment Trust side. What other avenues for growth is there with a partner such as you?
Well, it places us in a position to make acquisitions and clearly to source capital.
And if we look at the prospects for 2008, any particular acquisition plans, any other major moves that the Command Group is looking to do?
We are currently considering, in line with our strategy, to expand the business and clearly we will, at the appropriate time, when we are close to a transaction, put a cautionary out.
So if we look at the other side of your business, the technology side of the business now, clearly cybercrime an increasingly problematic thing in South Africa as broadband rolls out. How is that business placed?
Well, we in a relationship which is due to be formalized within the next month or two with a foreign service provider that has cutting-edge technology insofar as that field of crime is concerned.
And in terms of advice that you could give to consumers now, particularly with the power outages, what would you be saying to customers of Command and just generally to ensure that they're not at a security risk?
I think they should be extra vigilant during the outages, and they should take all the precautions to ensure that they take care of their assets, property, and they're just going to be more cautious than what we are at present. I mean, crime at the moment is rampant, and we just have to double our resources, and that must apply to the householders and as well as corporate business.
What have you seen from a crime trend point of view? Clearly, we are seeing finally an increase in the number of times the government releases crime stats. But from your side, where are you seeing the increases, the decreases? What trends are you noticing?
Well, we think there is definitely an increase in hijackings at the moment. We are finding that crime in the workplace is on the increase, particularly because a number of our clients are experiencing theft within the organizations.
Why do you think that is?
Well, unless we get the unemployment and the socio-economic problems under control, and there is a significant improvement in the loss of the unemployed, I'm afraid crime will be with us for quite some time to come.
And of course, clearly from a morale point of view, all the political wranglings that are going on now clearly pose an issue.
Possibly.
Shaffie, if we look at the plans going forward now, we have spoken a bit about where the growth is going to come from, but coming from 2000 when you listed at around, it's trading at around 50 cents, and now you said at the annual general meeting that you're hoping that the value will soon be restored to shareholders. How is that going to happen?
Well, at the moment we are trading very successfully and profitably, and with the acquisition of some major contracts, we expect that when we publish our interim results in 2 to 3 weeks' time, I think there will be a significant improvement in that regard, and we would like to reward our long-suffering shareholders who have been with us since 2000.
Shaffie, there have been some problems, particularly around the pension fund, and also there was a court battle with one of the former founders of the company. How are those legal wrangles going?
Well, insofar as the pension fund is concerned, it doesn't really impact on us directly. The fund was established by a previous vendor, and he used our name unlawfully, and we are waiting for the outcome of the curator's report. At this point in time, we don't expect to have any exposure to that debacle. Insofar as
has there been provision made, though?
Yes. Insofar as Mr. Immerman is concerned, we obtained a judgment in the Cape High Court in March 2006 for 10.8 million plus interest and cost, and there are ongoing efforts to recover that as Mr. Immerman is a resident in the United States of America. It does become not only expensive but also complex to recover those funds.
Shaffie, how did you get the nickname The General?
Well, when I assumed my role as Chief Executive Officer in April 2002, I was left with the unpleasant task of retrenching 10 generals. And you were left as the one. Well, how has that happened now in terms of the whole process from 2000? Are you happy with where the Command Group is based now? Yes, I think that we have disposed of all the legacy issues, and I think we've entered a growth phase, and I think prospects are very promising for the next 2 to 3 years.
Shaffie Mowzer is the CEO of the Command Holdings Group, and clearly there are some potential issues that Eskom might not have thought about, that government is probably hoping to curb with these blackouts, but clearly two companies with something to gain from all of this. That's all from Power Lunch in association with Murray Rope. We're now crossing to CNBC Europe for Power Lunch Europe. That's Louisa Boyson, CNBC Africa, back at 4 p.m. Central African Time with regional updates.